Hello and welcome to the next episode of the Parent Timeout Live Chat. Today I'm talking about getting things done when your kids interrupt you all the time. And what I mean by getting things done is doing actual work from home. Whether you're employed and work from home, or you're a business owner and you work for yourself. So before we get into the tips and strategies, first thing, if you are required to sit at your computer for 8 hours straight and only have like pee breaks and a lunch break, then you cannot take care of your kids at the same time. So if you are required to be physically at your computer for 8 hours, just get some help at home. Get your children's grandma or hire a babysitter, but you cannot be in two places at the same time. Unless your kids are able to fend for themselves for 8 hours, like teens or maybe some tweens. It all depends on their actual development. So if you have teens at home and they just interrupt you because they want to, because it's easier to ask mom than to actually do some things for themselves, then the only thing that you should be doing right now, one more thing, is setting clear boundaries. Just telling them, okay, I am at home, but I am working, so from this time to this time, you simply cannot enter this room because I am at work, I'm at meetings, my boss may see you, things, uh, things like this. And when lockdown started and some of my friends started working from home, one of them posted this idea of a huge poster that she put on her door with answers to the questions that her kids came over to her with. So the answers were like, for example, no. Then the next one was, it's in the fridge. The next one was, ask dad. And the next one was, no again. So you can simply create a list of questions that your children knock on your door with, and write down the answers, put them on a huge piece of paper, put on your door, and hopefully that might help. If you are able to organize your own work hours at home with a little bit more flexibility, like if you're a business owner or if your employer allows that, simply just, you need to finish some tasks, and when you do it is up to you. You have a bit more flexibility to actually be with your kids, to do some things when it comes to childcare. So if you want to organize your work around your kids, first of all, you need to figure out what's your child's attention span when it comes to doing some activities by themselves. So if your child is able to sit down and do something for 30 minutes, that's perfect. That's your pocket of time that you can use to, hey Lucinda, nice to see you. That's your pocket of time that you can use to actually do some work. So figure out what's your child's attention span, what's your child's favorite activities that they can do by themselves without bugging you. So and then also state clear boundaries with kids like 5+, 7-year-olds, even 10-year-olds. It needs to be very clear, and it needs to be something that can grab their attention long enough for you to actually sit down and do the tasks that you need to do. And it's a good opportunity, a good occasion to actually teach them the clock. So you can tell them, okay, so mommy starts working at when the hand is here, and then when the hand goes down here, you can knock on my door. If you can wait with any questions, that would be great. It would be really awesome. Or you can use props like this one, for example. It's my favorite hourglass from the time when I was still LARPing and playing RPGs. But it's a good visual aid for kids, for young kids, that actually shows them how much time is left very physically, right? Because there is that sand in the upper container going down to the lower container when the hourglass runs out. You can knock on mommy's door. But remember, clear boundaries, teaching them the clock, perfect, and that will actually help them see how useful it is. And remember one last thing, they will still come into your room and interrupt you for at least some time after you introduce those boundaries, after you introduce those rules. And your job then will be to write down all the silliest questions, requests, or problems your kids come over to you with. And then next time when you set your work time, be proactive. So first, look through that list, make sure all those things are taken care of, and then go back to your home office to actually do the work. As I said, they will still interrupt you, at least at first, but when you consistently introduce those rules, remember, tell them with patience and love, they will finally get it. Believe me, they will. Thanks very much for watching today. See you next week. Bye.